Feeling overwhelmed might be the best thing that ever happened to you. Hear me out. You're probably creating content on all the social media platforms, right? You're creating it for LinkedIn and Facebook. You're probably creating short form videos that you're placing on Instagram Reels and TikTok. And you're feeling overwhelmed and thinking, are you kidding me? You're asking me now to put videos on YouTube? That sounds like a lot of work. And it sounds like it's going to take way too much time that I don't have, right? I completely understand. I'm actually still creating content for all of those platforms. The difference is that I reverse engineered how I was approaching my content. Instead of creating individual pieces of content for each platform or creating one post for LinkedIn that I also use on Facebook, now I'm actually starting with my video that I post on YouTube. And I'm leveraging AI tools to simplify all of the other video production pieces that give me the content I need for the other platforms. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed, here are three things that you can do to simplify the process and start showing up on YouTube on a consistent basis so that you can tap into the opportunities that are already there waiting for you on YouTube. One thing that you can do to stop the overwhelm of content creation is to look at it from the perspective of your YouTube video first. What I mean by that is create your video first, then use AI tools like Opus Clip to create short form video clips that you can use on Instagram Reels and TikTok. Then use a tool like Descript where you can extract out the audio for a podcast episode and the text that you can use for a blog post or images or quotes or other types of formats that you can use for Facebook and LinkedIn. When you start with your video and you have all of your value already packed into one piece of content, that's the beauty and where the AI tools should actually come in, because now you can leverage those tools to do a lot of the work for you. In fact, I'll include links in the description for you to access those two tools as well. One way that you can reduce the overwhelm when it comes to your content creation process is to really plan out your video content. You're probably already creating a plan for all of your other content, right? Now, what you're doing is you're saying, oh my gosh, now I have to add in a video component that I know is going to take additional time. I'm going to have to plan for it. I need to make sure that it's great. I'm not even comfortable on camera. Like there's all of these things probably swirling around in your mind, holding you back from actually taking that step that you know you need to take in order to show up on YouTube and leverage the content and knowledge that you already have on a new platform. The best thing that you can do at this point is to plan out your video. One of the things that a lot of clients I talk to, or just people in general, when it comes to starting YouTube, is that they feel like they're going to spend all of their time on camera. That alone holds them back. But what I train and talk about with my clients and in all of my sessions or any of my training, if you've attended any of them, is all about planning your videos. When you plan out every detail of your video, you actually spend less time on camera and even less time in the editing process if you're going to edit, which let's be frank about it, you don't really have to do a lot of editing in today's world on YouTube. But if you're going to do any editing, it's minimal because you've already planned out everything that you need to do, what B-roll you're going to use, where you're going to put your text on screen, what your intro is going to be, if you're going to do transitions. Like if you're going to do any of those things, you've already got it planned out. So now it's going to take less time to create that masterpiece or even just that first video that you're wanting to create and actually publish on YouTube. I actually have a very comprehensive video planning guide that I will include in the description below. So go ahead and click that link and grab your free resource right now. The last thing I want to mention that's going to help reduce the overwhelm when it comes to creating your YouTube videos is all about blocking time on your calendar. If you're going to create one video a week, you can block bigger chunks of time if you want to get more than one recorded at a time. But if you're like, I don't have time for that, I know it's going to take too much time, I've got too much other things to do, I totally get it. So the best thing that you can do at this point is to block time on your calendar ahead of time and then stick to it. So if you want to plan out your video where you're going to spend the majority of your time, I highly recommend blocking out an hour of your time because you're going to need to do the research for your title, your keywords, how you're going to design your thumbnail, what's your hook going to be, what are you going to talk about in your video. So when you go through all of those details, it makes the recording process a lot faster. So spend the majority of your planning time, or I should say the majority of your time up front planning, and then you'll be set up for success. And then when it comes time to record your video, if you're just doing one video at a time, I would block 30 minutes, maybe an hour at max for recording your video. If you're going to be doing really long videos, then of course you want to block out more time than that. But if you're just getting started, or if you're just starting to revamp your channel, you're wanting to grow on your channel, and you just want to start getting in that repetition of creating videos on a consistent basis, then I highly recommend just doing videos that are anywhere between 15 and 30 minutes. And that's going to give you what you need to start getting energized and create a consistent schedule in order to maintain and upload your videos on a regular basis. And then if you're editing your own videos, of course, plan that amount of time. If you're outsourcing it, just make sure that you're including those individuals who are part of your editing team or your overall video production team, that you're including them in on your overall plan so they know when to expect that video to be delivered to them. They can get the editing done and then follow through with the upload process and getting it out to the world. You've already got your video planning guide, right? What you're going to want to do next is watch this video, because I walk you through step by step everything that you need to know for planning your entire video, making sure that it's optimized, and setting you up for the most success possible. Go ahead and click on it. I'll see you over there.